Hi everybody, it's Hope. We're going to talk about how to create this Hummer signature. I started off with a black background and put the machine over. This was from a magazine advertisement. You can see the debris that the previous artist put in there to make it look like the machine is like coming right at you with debris flying from the tires. And today I'm going to show you how to get that effect and how I accented it to make it this a pretty powerful tag. There's a lot of layers here of just what I call tech brushes. There was a time about 3 or 4 years ago where tech tags were a really big deal. Now you don't see them very much anymore, but this is kind of from the old days. I'm just clicking up all these different text tags. This one is actually a text tag. I'm sorry, text brush here. But the rest of these are tech brushes, T-E-C-H. Now I'm bringing in sort of the color that surrounded the text. I'm not going to talk about the text much today. I'm sure you guys are tired of me talking about that. This layer I put over the headlamps to make them bluish and a little brighter. You can see the difference there. Looks a little better blue, I think. Here's the debris that we're going to talk about today and how I created that. All this information. There's actually two layers and they're smudged, and I'll show you how I did that. What I did is I took a splatter brush, like a paint brush, a blood brush or a splatter brush. Here's an example from Alias's splatter pack. And what I did is I went to effects, blending options, and I made it three-dimensional by choosing bevel and emboss and then bringing it down to 0. The preset is like at 5 or something. Why did I do that? Because it gives a three-dimensional quality to the splatter. That's why. Another trick when you're using this method is to actually, before you leave, is to set it on sharpen as well. Okay, so we have that part. We'll say okay. The next thing that you can do is you take a spatter brush. So you go ahead and you click your, a smudge brush. And I chose a 13 pixel soft brush, and you just blow it out to the direction that you want the debris to be going. In this case, away from the tire, up and away from the tire. And you just go over it this way. So this is a smudge brush. It's set on, see if I can bring that up real quick. There we go. It's set on shape dynamics here, splatter, scattering. The setting is on 2, but the scatter is pretty high at 368. Okay, and you just brush out in the direction that you want it to go. Okay, so we're going to go up through the layers. We've got about a minute and a half left here. I go up through the layers. There's that splatter layer that we talked about. Text. I matched that up. This is the original Hummer text that General Motors uses. I will keep the debris layer off. There's a second debris layer, just the same layer set on overlay. Third layer. This was a gift to a guy over at a site that I belong to. This layer was set on overlay, just an image adjust layer set on overlay. Here I added some final text brushes here. I illuminated the orange lights and did one more layer of blue and doubled that. The very last thing I did to make this complete is I added a little turn on for you, boop, of the fog lights. Hey, hope you learned something. It's time to go. If you have any questions, you can just contact me at the very bottom of this page. Write me a note. It appears in an email, and I'll get right back to you on it. Have a good day, and thanks for visiting One Last Hope at WordPress.com.